But I'm gonna get it out for you guys, okay? Because there's a few messages here for you. All right. So first, there's somebody in your energy that is ashamed of how they treated you. Okay. Somebody also could be drinking a lot because I got this whiskey card, and then also you're being viewed as like a very sophisticated energy as to where you have a lot of power that is being shown outward, right? And then also you have like a very luxurious type of energy, and it's mainly because of your confidence. Okay, the most high wants you to keep going and doing what you're doing because you're definitely doing the right things to help you move in the right direction. Okay, somebody is definitely manifesting a lot, and more specifically you have a lot of money coming your way. Okay, there are certain things that you need to do, but it seems as though you might not have the cash to do it. And as you're continuing to release baggage with the Six of Swords energy, it's definitely leading to a lot of great things to come in for you. Okay, you're definitely moving into calmer waters. You're moving on from a lot of conflict that individuals try to bring your way. Okay, so the first channel song that I got is Ready or Not by the Fugees. So if you don't know that song, like the part I'm channeling is like when she's like, I'm gonna find you, and I'm something, something, ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Like somebody really thought that they had you figured out, okay? And it seems as though like this person had a very like benevolent type of energy that was attached to them, and they're learning real fast that like God's grace, God is pretty much the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? So whatever that they try to do, whatever deities that they tried to conjure up, it's not working, it's not affecting you. And now they're realizing that they're being attacked by these same negative energies that they were trying to bring your way, right? Now to a lighter note. Okay. So these messages that I got, it's really cute. Okay. Somebody feels like they want you. All right. And we got Smile by Kirk Franklin. So somebody really likes your smile. And it seems as though it's like when they see you, it's like they just feel like you're really beautiful. All right. They feel like you are a very light bearing individual. They love to watch you. They love to look at you. Somebody really wants to contact you because they really feel like they want you, but it's not just physical, it's literally on a soul level. Right. And what else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, with this Ace of Pentacles, it's like someone really wants to give you a pentacle. This individual wants to give you love, show you love. And this individual also has a lot of resources, and also they provide a lot of stability and security, which is something that you didn't experience in the past, right? You always experience individuals that wanted to use you in some type of way, and this individual wants to show you, like, I ain't that, right? And that is causing someone to feel very out of touch. Okay, and then also this individual is silent right now, so you're not in contact with this individual, but they really do want to come out and contact you because you are in Empress energy, as to where you're standing in your divinity. You're learning how to nurture yourself and to love yourself. You're definitely in a very abundant energy at this time, and this individual that wants to come towards you, they want to, provide that Ace of Swords type of energy, as to where they want to bring this breakthrough for you in this justice. Okay. Hi. Yeah, and it's causing someone in the background to really feel anxiety and fear. Okay, so you could have a monitoring spirit, as to where somebody's just being really nosy. They're probably like snooping on your social media profiles. You could probably have somebody at work that's like watching you. Like, it's a very weird type of energy, right? But it seems as though it's like they have a lot of negative thoughts about you, but this individual is not aware of the fact that negative thoughts, negative actions that you're doing to hurt someone else, that will also bring bad karma to you, right? And what's crazy is that it's like this negative energy they're putting out, it's literally just making your blessings come in faster and faster, which is why this individual is feeling a lot of anxiety, because they thought that they were bigger than the program. Okay, you are coming out as very fearless. Okay, you are coming out as you're also very responsible. Okay, and you're making a lot of progress when it comes to your spiritual journey, and then also in like your life in general. Okay, yeah, with this Queen of Cups, it's like you've remained compassionate. You're very compassionate about others, and it's like you're very empathic as well, but you're learning how to protect your energy But there's somebody that wants to contact you because they're going through some type of loss, right? They're going through some type of like financial struggle, and they want to communicate that to you. But it seems as though they just kind of want your pity because they want to feed off of that like empathic nature that you have in order to benefit, but they're not really being like genuine. So definitely practice discernment, okay? But their goal is to try to control you in some type of way, okay? I'm hearing somebody that definitely you were always moving on the right path, right? Because you're very motivated. Yeah, that's the word. You're very motivated, right? And instead of individuals trying to meet you at that level, they try to bring you down to theirs, and it's like you kind of messed yourself up a little bit trying to help others, but you're learning how to prioritize yourself, kind of having like that healthy selfishness. So that's really good. Hold on, y'all. Me having to mute people because I don't got time for people trying to spam my chat. Okay. So you're definitely being seen as a very loyal and faithful individual, which is why somebody wants to give you this offer. Okay. This could be an offer of friendship, but this could also be like an offer of love. All right. And you're also being viewed as very trustworthy as to where somebody is able to trust you with their feelings. They're able to express themselves and know that you're not like gonna throw it in their face, or you're not going to start spreading rumors and gossip like about them, right? And it is very peculiar when it comes to this energy, but not like in a negative way. It's just the fact that like you have had individuals that played on your emotions just in order to spread rumors and gossip. You had individuals that came towards you and it literally was to stab you in the back. Like these individuals had, secret plans to like hurt you in some type of way. And you have accomplished that mission when it came to separating yourself from these karmic energies, right? So now your energy is fully being protected because you're making a lot of big changes. And then you also have a lot of big changes coming to you. And it's mainly because of your determination. Okay. So you're definitely moving on the right path. Okay. This just clarified what I said. You are manifesting the world. Okay. You are manifesting this abundance. You are manifesting a lot of prosperity as well. Okay. Somebody is definitely going to be traveling soon. What about this, Holy Spirit? Yeah, so you could be traveling like independently, right? And mainly it's because like you had somebody that disappointed you. So maybe like you had plans to travel with somebody, or like you had plans to do something with somebody, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it by myself on my own. You know what I'm saying? Because you realize that you shine just as brighter by yourself than you are with another individual. Okay. And that is a very good energy. Okay. What else? What else, Holy Spirit? And then also somebody could be trying to travel towards you as well. This individual that could have been very like aggressive towards you, they kind of relished in you feeling sad. They did not want you to feel happy. Like somebody just did not like seeing you in a higher vibration, and they are definitely feeling some type of way because you're not in that energy anymore. Yeah, at one point, somebody was trying to make you feel guilty for something, but it seems as though they were trying to make you feel guilty for something that they did. Somebody was very like manipulative as to where they would do something negative to you and then they would like flip it to try to make you apologize to them for like something they did to you. Either way, you now have a new perspective on the situation because at one point it really affected you as to where you weren't able to move on from it. But now it's like, you feel liberated from this energy of individuals that really play on your emotions for like their own selfish gains. You're moving in the right direction. This is really great. What did I say? You maintaining these healthy boundaries is leading to your happiness, okay? It's leading to a lot of joy, and it's also leading to a lot of success for you, okay? Somebody is definitely an authority figure as to where you walk with your head held high, and individuals really respect you for that, right? You have a lot of morals and values, and then you also are very disciplined, right? And that's having a lot of individuals feeling in regret because you are living in your truth, right? But it's like the way that you're living in your truth, it's not like you're defending yourself or defending your character. You're letting your character speak for itself, right? And that is something that is admired, okay? What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, there's somebody in your energy that's like losing their minds a little bit. They definitely feel some type of way. And it's mainly because now they're being stabbed in the back the same way that they stabbed you in the back. So that's literally someone's karma that they're going through. Meanwhile, your karma is all this new love, joy, feelings, this emotional awakening that is happening within you. Okay. The Most High is preparing you to be able to accept the compassion and the love that is to come your way. Okay. So if you are feeling a little bit guarded as to where you're like, oh, I don't have time to, deal with other individuals, listen, boo, you are a divine being. You're not meant to be alone. Okay. We have periods of solitude to make sure we can stand on our own 2 feet, but now you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. So now it is time for divine union with your soul tribe. Okay. With your divine partner. Okay. Clap out his Ace of Cups, Holy Spirit. Yeah. And it's going to help you to have even more balance. Okay. Somebody definitely has a lot of trauma when it comes to relationships because there are people that, try to play in your face, but you made the right choices on this journey. And you're also able to adapt, right? But you're not adapting to the negativity. You're adapting as in getting away from it and just rebuilding, in the right way. You're doing the right things. And that's really good. It's really admired. Okay. Somebody's really admiring you. And it could have to do with some type of work that you're doing. Okay. You see the long-term success with these things that you are working on, right? And there are individuals that also see how successful what you are doing is going to be, right? So you are definitely in a very, very abundant energy as to where you're abundant in the 5D and it is spilling over into the 3D. Okay. So if you have a business, if you want to start a business or something, like expect a lot of customers, expect a lot of money. Okay. You're going to have a lot of money coming in. And then you also have a lot of individuals that want to invest in you to help build your skills so you can master these skills even faster to acquire even more abundance. Okay. That is your divine inheritance. Okay. Yeah, you're very close to success. And like you're so close to success as to where the Most High is giving you a lot of signs to anticipate this teamwork, this collaboration. Okay. So definitely if you are feeling a little bit of anxiety about a union coming in, definitely focus on doing some inner child healing. Okay. That is something that inner child healing will definitely help you to combat with these feelings of anxiety. Okay. Because right now it's like you're used to things bad. You're used to people doing bad things, but now you have to anticipate the good things. Okay. It's not about what can go wrong, it's about what can go great. Okay. That's the mindset shift that you are being called to go into because that is you uniting with your higher self. Okay. You can't keep bracing for impact. Okay. Yeah. Because that is something that will lead to a tower moment for you. Okay. And I know it's very painful to do your journaling, to do your shadow work, to do your inner child healing, but that's something that needs to do so you can heal those emotional wounds. Okay. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah. You need to be able to celebrate. You need to be able to be happy, okay? To really celebrate yourself and not feel bad for celebrating yourself, okay? This is an outdated mindset that could have been instilled in you from like childhood because you probably had like a toxic family environment. And you have individuals that really want to offer you solid friendships, solid bonds. You have a lot of that coming your way, okay? Yeah. And then it's like when it comes to having this victim mentality, you are definitely successful over this victim mentality because there was definitely someone in your energy that wanted you to always be like the victim. They always wanted you to feel trapped and helpless and things of that nature. And it's like they're feeling that now and that really has them feeling some type of way. Yeah, and you're also learning how to let go of hatred. You're learning how to let go of resentment, especially with individuals that had you feeling abandoned, right? These could have been individuals that you really cared about and they really just left you hanging. But now you're learning how to release that as to where you're releasing the pain and the hurt from it because you definitely came out on the better side. It was definitely for your betterment, right? Sometimes rejection is God's protection. And you're definitely realizing that because God is showing you that it happened in the right way, which is why the Most High is being generous with you. Okay. He's being generous with this joy that you're being blessed with, and then also with this abundance coming your way. Okay. You are going to be receiving a lot of abundance when it comes to money, right? But you're also going to receive a lot of abundance when it comes to coming into union with your soul tribe, your soul family, with this divine love. Okay. Divine partnership. Okay. It is very heavy in this reading of individuals that really want to collaborate with you and work with you and really pour love into you, and it's because you deserve it. Okay, so like I said, if that's something that's giving you anxiety, definitely do some shadow work and do some inner child healing. Okay. what did I say with this Knight of Cups? Okay. You definitely have divine love coming your way. You're definitely ready for it. Even if you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for it. You are. Okay. It's just anxiety. It's just anxiety. Okay. So definitely do your shadow work to work through those feelings. Okay. Because you were innocent in all those situations as to where people hurt you. There was nothing wrong with you. There was something wrong with them. They tried to project their negative feelings onto you. There were individuals that were feeding off of your they were feeding off of your energy, right? But as soon as you walked away, you called your energy back, and they were like in a space where they were sitting, they were sitting with it. And some of these individuals got really bitter and spread a lot of rumors and gossip, but it is being revealed that you were innocent, right? You were not the problem, all right? Somebody's definitely being looked as though they are the problem, and it's mainly because you're able to stand on your own, and then you're providing like a fresh outlook, right? You are definitely being viewed as a breath of fresh air for other individuals that are used to just individuals being fake and having up a mask and things of that nature. You really don't move in that way, right? And it's because you're very balanced. It when you're pouring into others, it's not really to receive anything back, but in the past it kind of bit you in the booty, right? Because you're pouring into these individuals that are not pouring back into you. But now you're gonna have individuals that are you guys are going to like pour into each other, okay? It's about reciprocation. Okay, so for these unions and bonds that are being offered to come into your way, definitely look at the reciprocation. Okay, because if energy is not being reciprocated, that means that it's not balanced, and that is a no-go. Okay, that means that they're not meant to be in your life. Okay, you are inheriting a lot. Okay, you're inheriting a lot of abundance, and then you're also inheriting a lot of long-term success. Okay, there were a lot of generational curses on your bloodline that others are still struggling with, but you broke free from it, right? And that is why it is time for you to receive this divine inheritance, and it's here to stay. And the reason why it's here to stay is because you have built a strong foundation without being stuck in your ego. You've built a strong foundation while keeping your faith in God and continuing to practice gratitude. Okay, the Most High definitely is very the Most High is proud of you for remaining like in this stable type of energy, because you didn't feel the need to like dumb yourself down in order for yourself to be understood by another individual that was committed to misunderstanding you. Okay, so you're definitely in a really good space. Ooh, it's a lot of pentacles out here. So I definitely could be talking to an earth sign. So you could be a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, okay? But yeah, what did I say? You have somebody that is very passionate about you, okay? This individual wants to pour into you, okay? They want to hand you a cup of love. This individual is feeling very passionate. I'm really feeling like this feels like a divine masculine like type of energy. So I could be talking to a feminine, but this individual wants to have harmony with you, okay? And they definitely feel like you have a very beautiful soul, a very beautiful spirit, and they want to have a peaceful coexistence with you. Yeah, somebody is definitely finding their direction. They're finding their way towards you, and they realize that they have to meet you where you are, right? Because you're constantly moving forward, you're constantly evolving, right? And like they're realizing that the same way that you had to let go of toxic habits or toxic individuals, they are realizing that they have to also let go of these toxic habits and toxic individuals in order to come into your energy, because you have your guards up. Like you're not settling for less, right? If you can't meet me where I'm at, go find somebody else that's gonna, play with you. Cause I ain't playing with you. Like that's the energy I'm picking up, okay? Yeah, for someone, there's really something about someone wishing, okay? There was someone in your energy that was wishing for you to have conflicts. They were wishing all these negative things upon you. And it's horrible because it's like you were focusing on you. You were focusing on building your relationship with the Most High. And that is why the karma for this individual is so intense, because they had enjoyment in causing you pain. This individual wanted you to have constant disputes. They wanted you to constantly be in a bad situation, and that is simply not what happened. What's actually happening are your wishes becoming a reality, okay? Because there's something that you've really been wanting, okay? And it is definitely coming to fruition, okay? For someone, you have a business idea that you want to do, go out and do it, okay? It will be successful, and that will be the avenue for your abundance to come through, okay? What else, Holy Spirit? There are also like a group of individuals that try to like attack you in some type of way. Okay. Expect a rapid change when it comes to this. Okay. Because they have a lack of structure at this point as to where they're infighting. They're fighting with each other because they're no longer able to fight with you. They're no longer able to attack you. They're realizing that every time they send out an attack to you, that shit is going right back to them. So now they're blaming each other. That is divine justice. Ugh. With the strength card, it definitely could be a Leo that was trying to attack you. Listen, the last 3 readings that I've did, this Leo has been coming out like crazy. So if someone has a Leo in their energy that they feel that is attacking them, listen, go look at my last reading and then also look at my last live stream, okay? Because when it comes to these readings, all right, when I'm clearing out the energy, I don't really like to delve into karmic energy, but me saying the karmic energy and letting you know what's happening, that is breaking the illusion. Okay. That is also bringing in divine justice as to where the ties that they probably had to continue to attack you, it's not viable anymore because it's no longer being done in secret. Okay. But yeah, what about this strength card, Holy Spirit? Yeah, you definitely separated from this individual, okay? And they're feeling very heartbroken, but it's like they have experienced so much trauma, but it's like they're not focused on healing like at all. So this individual is bugging. Yeah. You came up as the fool. All right. You have new beginnings, and that's why they mad. Okay. You are beautiful and you are shining, and that's why they're mad. And they're gonna stay mad and sad until they choose to heal. Like period point blank. Yeah, like I'm talking to somebody that is able to smile again. I'm talking to somebody that is very inspired. You definitely know that you are destined for greatness. You definitely know that like you're excited to explore the world, okay? I'm talking to somebody that wants to travel, you want to do like a lot of things. It's a lot of things that you want to do, okay? Write it down and take steps. Take steps to go towards that. Okay? Take steps to really go towards that. Yeah, you have endless choices. And then don't worry about the money, okay? Worry about going after your dreams, okay? Worry about how successful you're going to be. Thank God for having the things that you have at this time. Okay, because as you continue to show gratitude for the things that you have, you will attract even more because that is you being in the energy of like receiving. Okay, hi. You also have a lot of, like, material security. Yeah, with this Queen of Wands energy, you're very attractive. Somebody is definitely very, very passionate about you. They feel like they will be winning if they're able to be around you, be in your energy. Somebody is also grateful that they found you. You are definitely in your victory season, victory era. You're walking into your winning season. And you have a lot of self-discipline. And it's mainly because you're determined because you know the path that you're on, right? You know that you're walking in your divinity and walking in your light, and you know that God is guiding you every step of the way. Yeah. All right. And like I said, these individuals keep popping up. So there's definitely a Virgo, there's definitely a Taurus. Okay. These individuals are now feeling defensive over themselves because all their lies are being dismantled. Okay. All their lies are being dismantled. And for someone, the lies are being dismantled because you separated from them and stood in your power as a leader. So now they're not able to attack you and say the things that they used to say in the past. Okay. So you're definitely being vindicated. Okay. This is your season of vindication. Okay. With this King of Wands, you definitely have someone that is defending you in the background. This individual is like a visionary. Like they definitely see you as very inspiring and they want to help honor you by defending you. Yeah, and that's causing someone to feel like they missed an opportunity with you as well, okay? There was someone that, you really didn't deserve what this individual did. And it's like now they're feeling really disconnected from the people around them. Like they could have grouped up with others to like attack you, but these other individuals are seeing that like you ain't what they said that you were, right? So now this individual is feeling like isolated, which is the same isolation they wanted you to suffer from. So that's their karma. what I say, we got justice and the double card. You are receiving justice for all these individuals that were in devil energy trying to attack you. They cannot attack you. The enemy has a wall put up, and that's by the Most High, that they cannot attack you. There's nothing they can do to affect you negatively anymore. Okay, so right now you are really being called to focus on this justice coming your way. Walk with your head held high. Keep speaking in truth and honesty. I said honesty. Honesty. Okay. For someone, there is a Libra that could be coming towards you to let you know some type of information that you really need to know. And it could be about a Capricorn. I'm gonna clarify that with this deck because that deck is kind of running low. Oh yeah, I I split the deck and this is what came out. Yes, fully standing in your power. You're fully standing in your power. You said, what if others are attacking you? They always gonna try to attack you. That means that you're doing something right. But the Most High is protecting you, right? You are protected mainly because you have you're a genuine soul, and you're also innocent in whatever these attacks that they're sending your way. Okay, that is something that you have to believe. What's that saying? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. They gonna try to attack you, but listen, the key word is try. Okay, do not claim that they are attacking you because that's how they can infiltrate it, right? That's the illusion. Okay, that's why it comes into like really shifting your mindset as to where these attacks will never work. Continue to smile. Okay, if you have feelings that are negative that come up, right? If you're having a nightmare or something, you're gonna pray, right? And then you're also going to work on building up your confidence, right? Because that's mainly what's attacked. They don't want you to be confident because that's you standing in your power. So you focus on self love, you focus on being compassionate with yourself, right? And then also in the Bible, it also says to pray for your enemies because as you're praying for your enemies and they're attacking you, they're getting divine justice 10 times harder, right? What else, Holy Spirit? But yeah, this is for you. If this could have been for you, honestly, you are receiving justice for these attacks. Okay? What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, whoever it is that could be attacking you, they're experiencing like emotional challenges. So they're really in their feelings, right? And soon it's going to be flipping back around as to where they're attacking themselves. Like they're not really, it's not clicking to them that the attacks they're sending or the rumors that they're spreading is actually attacking them. But they're about to see real quick and get a lot of confirmation coming in soon. Okay. It's about to get real spooky for somebody. And the reason why it's about to get real spooky is because you are emerging as a star. Okay. This victory is something that is going to be celebrated as to where it will be on you, it will be in you, it will be flowing from you. Individuals will be able to feel it. Okay. And you are really going to enjoy this part of your journey. Okay. But when it comes to having fear, you have to release that fear. Okay. What is there to be scared of? The Most High got your back, right? You're one of God's children. So nothing that they can do, it can't affect you. The most that they're trying to affect is your emotions. That's why it's prevalent that you build up your confidence and focus on you and loving yourself, giving yourself that love, right? All that love you gave to these individuals that didn't deserve it, give it to yourself. All right. And that is going to help you to just whatever you said that I don't care. You're not going to feel the need to have to defend yourself. Okay. And that all starts with self love and confidence. Okay. So if you're feeling a little fearful about someone doing something, it could be somebody that's really greedy, like, it's a really greedy energy, a really possessive energy. And it's like they're feeding off of negative energy. You can combat that negative energy being sent your way by basking in your positivity. Okay. All right. Anything else I need to know, Holy Spirit? Yeah. I said, anything else they need to know, Holy Spirit? You are the wish fulfillment. You are the blessing. Okay. Expect to have a lot of satisfaction coming your way. Okay. And then also pray to the Most High for confirmations that you are on the right path. Okay. When I first started my spiritual journey, I used to do that all the time. Pray for the confirmation that you are moving on the right path. Okay. And you'll also get a lot of signs. And that will also help you to also heal your energy as to where you'll be able to trust yourself more and also to trust in the divine more. Okay. What else, Holy Spirit? All right. You being in the star energy is causing someone to feel very exhausted. They're feeling away. Yeah. Someone is feeling exhausted because of your wish fulfillment. Someone's feeling very exhausted because they're realizing that you are divinely blessed. You have divine favor. Okay. And sometimes favor ain't fair, but it is what it is. You were chosen. Many are called, right? Many are called. You are chosen. Okay. You were chosen to be on this earth for a divine mission. And your consistency and you having a good routine is definitely leading you in the right direction. Okay. So if you have moments where you're starting to doubt yourself, pour love into yourself and pray. Okay. That means that you're not paying attention to a lot of the blessings around you. You practicing self love is letting the Most High know, okay, I am the blessing because you're believing in yourself. You're having that confidence. That's why most of the times, a lot of these negative attacks, they're, return back to the sender by you loving yourself, by you being confident within yourself, by praying to the Most High and saying, thank you. Thank you for yesterday. Thank you for today. And thank you for tomorrow. Right? Those are things that you need to do. All right. Let's just clarify what I said. That is you standing your ground. These attacks, they won't work and they're gonna try. These individuals have free will. The same way you used your free will to move towards, your highest purpose, to pray to the Most High. These individuals use their free will to attack you, right? But that's what they're doing. A lot of them are going through divine judgment, which is why they're grasping at straws, trying to attack you in any way that they can, but it's not working, right? So it's your job to just focus on you. Don't focus on what anybody else is doing. Focus on what you're doing, right? Yeah. So someone definitely has a necessary ending that they need to make. Okay. There's someone that doesn't make you feel too good, or something that you're doing that really doesn't make you feel too good. And your intuition is telling you to stop doing it or to stop talking to this individual. Stop talking to them. And that is probably the main reason why you're feeling anxious and you're starting to doubt yourself because you are absorbing whatever like negative energy this individual has. Okay. Someone is around someone that is very arrogant. Okay. It's a very nasty type of energy. They're very arrogant and they might not show that nastiness towards you, but you have definitely witnessed them showing this nastiness to others. Those are still individuals that don't deserve to be around you, okay? Because you can absorb their bad karma, okay? If they're not standing in their divinity and their power, you have to walk away from them. Not everybody can go with you on this journey. Even if they treat you wonderfully, but they treat everyone else like crap, that's still not okay. All right? What about integrity? Right? Moving with love. They moving with love with you, but they're not doing that with others. That is a problem. All right? Be courageous. All right? Be courageous and walk away from what doesn't serve your highest purpose, okay? And there's also someone who is gaining a lot of emotional stability, okay? And a lot of their emotional stability is being restored from being in your energy. Okay, this could be the energy of the individual that wants to come towards you. So they maybe see you on social media or something, or they might see you at work, I don't know, the grocery store, something, whatever. But you're definitely going to have a breakthrough as to where you will have an individual that is going to show you divine love. I'm definitely talking to someone that you probably are in hermit mode at this time, right? You're not really talking to much individuals, right? That is something that is going to change as to where the Most High wants to show you how much you are deserving of this divine love that you embody. All right. Someone also has a Virgo that is in their energy and they're salty. They're really feeling the type of way, right? They're feeling the type of way because they feel like they're stuck. They feel like they can't move forward. All right. Let's see, what else about this Virgo, Holy Spirit? Yeah, and it's fated for things to happen in that way. Somebody was sat down by the divine because they kept like trying to attack you. Yeah, your intuition definitely told you about this. Okay. Somebody was trying to attack a high priestess and they could have collaborated with others to attack you, but it seems as though it slowed down progress. So, with these things that these individuals tried to do in the past, like they wanted to affect your idea of love. Okay. Somebody didn't want you to, they wanted you to be bitter to where it's like, oh, I don't want to be around anybody. I don't want to this, that. But they were sat down. They were sat down, and divine love is definitely coming your way. Clarify as lovers, Holy Spirit. Yeah, and then also there's somebody in your energy. This is a masculine energy that talked a lot of shit. They are now in the spotlight at this time because everything that they lied about, they're being like convicted for it. So this could be literally literal conviction as to where they're gonna have to go to court or something, or this is like social conviction as to where someone is being like talked about on social media or called out, but someone is calling someone out for like something horrible that they did to you, and that is going to be your vindication as well. Mhm. Yeah, and that's causing somebody to feel stagnant, like they're like, oh my gosh, like they don't know how to like move forward because this is the individual that always felt like they had the answers. This individual always had like some type of sick little plan to like try to get away with like shit, and that's definitely being uncovered at this time. And it's mostly being uncovered because you're on this journey to your first start, because you're balanced, okay? Temperance card also represents you having a lot of forward momentum, right? You're making strides on this journey to your self-confidence and to being balanced towards your new beginnings, okay? Definitely be patient with yourself on your journey. Everyone moves at their own pace, okay? And that is why I always recommend make one goal a day, okay? You can make 5 goals a day, you can. All right, but make it your duty to meet at least one goal a day. Okay. And that is something that's going to help to build your confidence within yourself. Okay. You had a lot of individuals that wanted to attack your confidence, and this started as when you were a child. Okay. So now you're healing your inner child through giving yourself grace. Okay. These negative thoughts that you're having about yourself, that's not your energy. That's not your energy. All right. Practice self love, practice compassion for yourself. Okay. If you're feeling regretful about anything, take it to the most high. You shouldn't feel any regrets. And especially for the past, you didn't know any better. You were in survival mode. You were being attacked relentlessly by individuals that were practicing dark magic before you even knew what the hell that was. All right. Give yourself grace. Okay, somebody is being really hard on themselves and you're moving in the right direction. Okay, this is your confirmation. All right, you're moving in the right direction, but somebody's being very hard on themselves. Listen, I picked up the deck and this stayed down. You are a divine being. Stop doubting that. Stop doubting that. Okay, walk with your head held high. It don't matter what you got on. It don't matter if you got on a shirt that costs $1. It don't matter. Okay? Be proud of yourself. You have made it through hell. Somebody has been through literal hell. All right? And this keeps coming up, but somebody needs to read the story of Job. You are at the end of that chapter. Okay, you at the end of that chapter, you done lost things. You don't have people hurt you. You had to walk away from a lot. You had a lot of individuals walk away from you. There's probably laughing at you or whatever, but you walked away from it. Work on releasing it so you can make space for the blessings to come into you. Okay, do not feel bad that you had to walk away from these individuals because you're walking into divine love. You're walking into having the self love, twin flame, high level soulmate connections, uniting with your soul tribe. These individuals are going to pour into you. That's what you're walking into. So you got to release this guilt that you're having for walking away from what didn't serve you. It didn't serve you. Why are you guilty for that? You don't want to go back to that. You don't, because your intuition's guiding you on moving on from it. Okay? Forgive yourself for accepting things that really didn't serve you. And also forgive others. They do not know what they do, they have demons doing their bidding. Pray for their healing. These individuals hurt you, pray for their healing. You did not deserve it, right? So pray that they're able to heal and they can meet you where you're at. And if they never do, oh well, you did what you could do, you prayed for them, right? And let it go. Forgive yourself for accepting things that you did not deserve, like you didn't deserve it. And there were times where like you probably lashed out when you couldn't have. Why? Because your intuition was telling you to cuss their ass out because you was mad because they was lying to you. You were upset. There were certain things that you did because these individuals were lying to you. They were not being genuine at all. So forgive yourself for that. Okay. For a lot of you, you were divinely guided to do a lot of the things that you did in your life. And for some of you, you had a lot of bad situations in your life where you probably did things that weren't right, but it brought you to where you are now. Everyone has a story. Nobody is perfect. You got through it. That's called a divine testimony. That is your testimony. Do not be afraid of really standing up in your power and speaking your truth. Okay? Do not be ashamed of your past. It happened. Oh, well, it brought you to where you are now. Okay? Anything else I need to know, Holy Spirit? Yeah, like you're achieving balance because it took a lot of hard work for you to get to this point. It took a lot of hard work for you to really live in your truth and really accept the truth of these individuals that were committed to just not working with you. Okay? And also, like, you're going through spiritual awakenings all the time. And it's due to the hard work that you're doing. Every spiritual awakening that you experience is an ascension process. You're rising through the ranks because you were chosen to do that. Not everybody has that opportunity. Okay. There are some individuals that are meant to be pawns. And I'm just keeping it real because people are stuck in these generational curses, right? They're stuck in these karmic cycles. You broke free from it. Nobody expected you to do that. No one expected you to do that. But you know who expected you to do that? God. God believed in you. That's why you were chosen. Okay? Stand in your power. You made it through a lot. Don't be ashamed. Okay? You're so focused and you're also independent. You don't need a peanut gallery. You can stand by yourself because at the end of the day, you know that God got your back and God will always have your back. God will never forsake you. There were times where you went through hard times where individuals were expecting you, oh, he gonna turn his back on God. And you prayed. You said, you know what, God, even though I don't got no food to eat, I'm grateful that I'm still living. I ain't gonna die. I can miss a meal. That is what that is what is called like standing in your divinity. Okay, because the story of Job, it resonates deeply with me, and I know y'all probably tired of hearing about Job, but like it resonates so deeply with me because I'm telling you, I have been through it. I didn't have no mom, I didn't have no dad. They did not care about me. They did not check with me. And I spent so much time of my life chasing and chasing and chasing love as to where I got to that age where I was in these romantic connections and I thought it was normal. I thought it was normal to be breadcrumbed. I thought it was normal for an individual to treat me like crap and then hug me later. Hell no, we're not going for that no more, right? From anyone, blood or not, right? Because when you're uniting with your soul tribe, these individuals don't share blood with you, but that divine love is deeper than blood. You know what I'm saying? So you got to release that pain, especially when it comes to family. Like, yeah, you're my family. You're supposed to care. You're supposed to. Sometimes you're born into a karmic family, but you broke the curse, right? They're stuck in their toxic cycles because they choose to be in that toxic cycle, right? Because you chose to get out of that situation. You chose to walk away from somebody that was hurting you. You chose to pray to get out of it. I'm hearing somebody that you prayed to the Most High because you just wanted to be happy. You just wanted somebody to be happy for you. You knew you were beautiful and you had so many people telling you that you weren't, and God started to show you that you are beautiful, right? So now you got to get used to being in that energy all the time. Okay. And sometimes old habits are hard to break. And sometimes an old habit could be you not believing in yourself. You're breaking out of that though. Give yourself a break. Okay. You definitely have someone in your energy, and it's like they're not focused on their healing and they're curious about you, but you're definitely going to feel it. Okay, so definitely pay attention to the feelings that you have when individuals reach out to you, when they contact you or whatever. Even if you're scrolling through social media and a face pops up and it makes you not feel okay, block their ass. I do it all the time. Okay, because you are standing in your divinity so high, your frequency is so high and so pure that you can detect like clockwork somebody that is not standing in their divinity and that is not being judgmental. It's not being judgmental. You are just walking away from what doesn't serve you. You don't want to be triggered. Okay? Don't leave yourself susceptible to being constantly triggered. So you're going to have to block some people. They don't need to watch you. They monitoring spirits anyway. They hating anyway. They're envious anyway. So cut their ass off. Okay? This is clarify what I said, okay? You have a clear direction. And literally the most high is guiding you. Like literally, you are on a mission. And this mission is to greatness, okay? And you are worthy of it. All right? So look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I am worthy of fulfilling my divine mission. Okay? That's your job. You're helping to raise the collective consciousness of the world. That veil that had people just, it's lifted. Okay? It's done. It's done. It's done. It's over with. They can't attack you no more. They can't hurt you no more. They can't because they're in the background trying to cause conflicts. Okay. Somebody keeps talking, but now they're being sat down because these individuals did not think before they did these things. They didn't. Somebody thought that they were stronger than God. Somebody thought that they can outmaneuver God. You think they win in that battle? Absolutely not. Even the devil know that at the end of the day, he lost the battle, but he gonna try to drag as many individuals down with him as he can. He know he losing, but he's gonna drag whoever he can. That is why they continue to attack you. They know it's a losing battle. They know it's a losing battle, but they're still gonna try because that's how stuck they are, right? And that is why you have to continue to walk with your head held high. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're gonna do it. They're gonna attack you because that's all they could do. And all it's doing is helping you to rise even more into power, right? Literally. Okay, this is your legacy. You're fulfilling your legacy. All right. You are fulfilling your legacy because you broke the generational curse and you are now being prepared to receive this divine inheritance. You, nobody else. You. Okay. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah. So you definitely have completed this karmic cycle, right? But you got to do some work on releasing that, fully letting go of that cycle, okay? Because it was hard, it was tough. You went through a lot, okay? And I'm not going to tell you that, just get over it. That's not fair, right? But definitely journal. If you're having these feelings popping up that, you don't really like to feel it, journal it. That helps to cleanse your energy, that helps to get it out. Talk to God about it. God, this is irritating me right now. Talk to God about it. God is always here. It doesn't have to be formal. That's your daddy. He know your heart. Okay? You don't have to like be so formal. You could talk to God whenever. Eyes open, eyes shut. In the house, out the house. In the bed, out the bed. Anytime, anywhere. God is always there because God is within you. Okay? So when you're having these triggering moments, like I had a moment where this woman, something was wrong with her. I don't know, but she was like trying to bait me into an argument. And I was like, you need Jesus. And she lost her mind in that grocery store. And I realized that, yeah, like that was like my physical, confirmation in the 3D that like your light irritates people's demons. All right, so somebody needs to say that. Somebody got somebody that's probably picking at them or whatever. You need Jesus. Tell them that. Okay? Tell them that. Because they messy, they karmic. And it's like they're trying to come up with new ways to try to trigger you. And it's mainly emotionally. So if something in the past where you usually reacted with anger, laugh, Okay? Laugh at it because you really think that's gonna work? You really think that you could hurt me? No, maybe in the past you could have, but not now, right? Confirmation. All right. What else, Holy Spirit, they need to know? Yeah, these individuals are just mentally blocked. They're stuck in karmic cycles. And it's like someone's also trying to prevent you from having a good time. They're trying to close it in as to where you're not feeling comfortable being social and stuff like that, right? That is why continue to, open up yourself. Okay, because you have so much protection around you. All right, release that fear. Okay? That fear is an illusion. Okay? Release it. All right? Release it. And if you're not really sure on how to release it, pray to the Most High. I promise you. The same way you go on Google and ask Google all them questions, ask God them same questions. I promise you, He will answer you because you have a direct line to the Most High. You are chosen. You are above the pack because you are a leader of the pack. These individuals are watching you and they're inspired by you, and some of them are upset because of that. And some of them are standing in their divinity because of that. So focus on the individuals that you are inspiring. Focus on future generations that you are inspiring. You are becoming a role model for these individuals. Okay? We are not outnumbered. When it comes to chosen individuals, we're not outnumbered. It's just that for a long time we were in isolation, but we starting to pop out. We popping out. And I'm on here. The reason why I was called to even start this channel is to speak life into other chosen ones. So you could build that confidence because you were being relentlessly attacked. So now you got to really stick up for yourself. Okay? You have a seed that's about to sprout. You were very generous at one point. You gave so freely, but the thing was, you were giving freely, right? You had a pure heart, but you weren't practicing discernment. But now you have that discernment. So don't be afraid to meet other people because they can't hide their demons anymore. Look them in the eye. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Okay? Release that fear. That is something that is really prevalent for someone. You got to release that fear, okay? Because you are literally like, you are being prepared for this divine union. You're grounded. You love yourself. Okay? You do. You doubt it, but you do. You know you love yourself. Okay? And it's like you are also very mature as to where you're not going to move in your ego once you receive this attention, right? But you literally have so many people that want to come towards you to offer you these friendships because you deserve to have a soul tribe. You deserve to have individuals that are going to pour into you. Okay, so keep pouring into yourself. Okay, right now you got to keep pouring into yourself. Okay, because that puts you in that energy to receive and also to have your horizons expand even further. Okay, you are literally moving upward and onward. There's nobody that can break you up off your path. You're chosen and your eyes are open, so you cannot shut them again. No matter how hard even you try to, you can't. That's why I'm here letting you know that that is an illusion. Okay, you got to break free from those outdated mindsets. Your brain was so used to being you not being nice to yourself, right? Your brain was so used to that. And now you got to tell yourself, like, hey, that's this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Shift that mindset. Okay. Whenever you have a thought that is negative about yourself, do something nice for yourself. Okay. Stop punishing yourself. Okay. What else? Yeah, like somebody's really you're judging yourself. Stop doing that. Okay? Stop it. Nobody's perfect. You have flaws, but there's beauty in those flaws. Okay? And those flaws make you relatable. Okay? You're helping so many individuals. Yeah, and it's through you expressing yourself emotionally. Okay, so continue to open up that throat chakra. Continue to wear what you want to wear. Do what you want to do. Continue to do that because I promise you it is helping you so much. Okay, because you are being sent someone that has done the work just like you have, and it's going to be obvious. These individuals aren't going to play these silly little games. Okay, I could be talking to somebody that's probably dating. It's not going to be no weird type of games. Oh, yeah, on the first date, you're not supposed to talk about what you want to talk about. You being yourself. Okay? And these are the individuals that you're attracting, individuals that don't want to play those silly games, you know? But you are moving in the right direction, okay? But you got a little bit of anxiety and you might have some fears. Release that, okay? That's just the energy. That's just the enemy not wanting you to push through it. If you're doing, if it's something that you're scared about doing, do it. I promise you, do it. Okay, if there's something that you want to post, if something you want to talk about, just do it. What's the worst that can happen? Like literally, you done been through the worst. Okay, you done had some crazy things happen to you. People that said some crazy stuff, and you've been vindicated. All right. You are free to do whatever it is that you want to do because your heart is pure and it has been proven in spiritual court that your heart is pure. Okay. You have pure intentions. And that is why you have this freedom to do what you want, say what you want, because you're not going to get stuck in your ego. You're not going to be negative. You're not going to turn nasty and start looking down on people. You're not doing that. You're moving with love. You know who else was doing that? Jesus. Okay? So somebody definitely, just believe in yourself, okay? These individuals that you walked away from, okay, they made the choice to do it, which is why you took solitude away from them because they were in devil energy. And the Most High said, absolutely not. Some of them ran from you, and some of them you ran from them, right? Because they made their own choices. Now they have to live with those choices. Okay. And these individuals are going to try to come back. These individuals might try to just monitor you in some type of way. It is what it is. Keep rising, keep loving on yourself, keep ascending. All right. You are not who they said you are. And it's being proven every day that you get up and do what you got to do. Even if you only had the energy to get up and look in the mirror and say, I love you, that is something. Because a lot of individuals can't do that. These same people attack you, they can't even look at themselves in the mirror. They can't. They're ashamed of themselves. They hate themselves. All right. So definitely, focus on believing in yourself because you're manifesting this new beginning. Okay. You're manifesting this new beginning in your life. But you do have to be certain about fully walking away from whatever happened to you in the past. Okay. All right. You're certain about your path, right? Because you pray. Right? And these illusions with this tower moment, it's not going to happen again. You went through the tower, you learned the lesson, you're not going through it again. The towers is done, it's finished because you learned the lesson, right? In the past, you kept going through the same toxic situations, you kept meeting the same toxic individuals, and it was because you didn't learn your lesson. You learned that lesson, you're not going through that again. Okay. And that's your justice. All right. You achieve all the goals you set out to do. It's because you did the work. You're doing the work. It will be successful. It will not fail. Okay. And that is God's will. Okay. So continue to walk in this truth. All right. Your truth is your truth. The past is the past. You have gone through a rebirth. That past person that you were, that is your past life. Okay. It's finished. It happened. That could be a cautionary tale to help someone else learn to move forward, to help somebody else move forward. Okay. Someone is also feeling very excluded. They're feeling excluded mainly because you now have this clarity. That's a personal problem, right? And this is coming in for you. You fully standing in your authentic power, you maintaining these healthy boundaries, walking straight into your success and protecting that success by holding onto these boundaries. It's maintaining healthy boundaries, right? Also with these individuals that you want to have harmonious relationships with, and with these individuals coming towards you with these harmonious relationships, they will respect those boundaries. Okay. And that is also going to help to protect this happiness that you have, because you're realizing that you're realizing you are the light. Okay. You are the light. You are divine. All right, so keep standing in your power, okay? I hope you guys have a good night. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. If you do feel as if somebody is practicing black magic on you, I highly recommend that you watch my last live stream. I have a live stream that I did last night. Watch that, okay? Because that's going to help clear out a lot of energy when it comes to black magic, because a lot came up for someone that was doing some negative type of crap. And then also there's a one before that. That one has like 4,000 views. That reading was very, very powerful. So you definitely go look at that reading. And you know, you can skip through it or whatever, but that definitely has a lot of gems also for you. And if you do want some more encouragement, motivation, you can definitely look through my live streams, because that's mainly what I like to do on live, is to encourage you, motivate you. I do give you information about what you need to know, but I also give you a lot of gems to pour love into you, because that's what I'm doing. I'm pouring love into you, because if no one has told you that they love you today, I love you and you are worthy of this divine love. Okay. If I could hug you, I would. All right. So I hope you guys have a good night.